Welcome to the Underground Nation podcast, where raw talent meets real stories. Today, our host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, sits down with the one and only Sleep Lyrical, a mind that blurs the line between poetry and pain, rhythm and reflection. From the struggles of self-discovery to building an empire through music, Sleep Lyrical's journey proves that dreams don't sleep, they grind. Let's dive deep into the artistry, the hustle, and the purpose behind the name, only on Underground Nation.
Yo, what's good, Underground Nation? It's your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. And tonight, we're slicing through the silence to bring you another exclusive straight from the shadows of the underground. Now, this next guest has been sharpening his lyrical blade since 2009. A Delaware-bred, Tampa Bay-based wordsmith who's earned his stripes in the underground scene. From Dead Mind Entertainment to murder music and now repping his forever home at Dirtcore, this MC's journey is soaked in passion, pain, and precision. With projects like Torn, Lyrical Shogun, Broken Hearts on My Face, and the legendary My Brother Said Kill It series now on Volume 7. He's proven time and time again that Sleep Lyrical ain't just his name, it's a motherfucking warning. So turn that volume up, dim the lights, and let's step into the cipher with one of the hardest working voices in the underground today, Sleep Lyrical. Welcome to the Underground Nation podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Thank you for taking time to even speak with us. Sheesh.
Oh, no doubt.
Absolutely honor. Well, Sleep Lyrical, take us back. Wilmington, Delaware to Tampa Bay, Florida. What shaped the artist you've become today?
Man, I started this journey in middle school, just writing music in the classroom, not doing my work, of course, just writing music. And I just stuck with it. You know, I was kind of shy at first with it. Wouldn't really tell people I was doing music, but, you know, on my own time, I'd be practicing. And then high school came around. And I just was like, you know, I can't be shy about it no more. I got to let everybody know what I'm doing. And from there, man, it really just took off from high school, you know, doing battle raps in the city, traveling from city to city doing battle raps. So, you know, that really took me there. So, you know, I just stuck with it. You know, there's a lot of guys that started with me. They didn't have as much passion for the music that I did, but I just kept going, and here we are today.
Dude, hell yeah, congratulations. I was a victim of being a very shy kid also, always in my thoughts, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Trying to stay away from the crowd, trying to hide or blend in.
Exactly.
The whole time we were just a shining star, waiting to break through.
Yeah, who would have known, you know?
Yeah, for real. They used to tell me all the time, like, bro, you're so quiet in class. That's really you on stage? Like, yeah. Completely other person. The only place I could really be myself, you know?
Exactly. That was with me. It was like, you know, I can be myself. I can say what I want, do what I want, not be judged by it. You know, granted, yeah, I am getting judged by it, but I mean, it's like, it's stuff in you that you got to get out of you know?
That's right. Just get it out. Get all the laughs out of the way. Make all the mistakes early on.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So what was going through your head when you dropped Torn back in 2009? Did you know it would spark over a decade of dedication to the underground?
I had no clue. I was just jumping into the underground scene. And I was trying to, I'm not going to say conform to the actual sound, but I wanted people to notice me. So Torn really went to like a dark place. It was kind of dark music, but it was more, I guess, a dark old school hip hop type vibe to it. And I felt people would dig it, and a lot of people were digging it. You know, that's when I got approached by Dead Mind, you know, and they brought me on, and, you know, the rest is history from there. It was just a grind from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So just grind on.
Exactly.
Grind mode activated. So, I mean, you worked under multiple banners, Dead Mind, as you mentioned, Murder Music.
Yeah.
And now Dirtcore.
Yeah.
How have those affiliations molded your artistry and mindset?
Um, I would say as far as Dead Mind, they really brought a lot out of me. Cause again, I was still shy at the time. But the guy that was leading the label, he was just like, get that shy shit out the way. Like, you got it. You've got this. You're the shit. You're talented. Let people know it. So that kind of broke me out of my shell. And then from there, joining up Murder Music. I actually joined Murder Music from another label, Shish Gang. My brother Drew Gotti Castellano, rest in peace to him. He the one that actually, got with Billy and got me with Murder Music. So once I got on Murder Music, it was just, I guess you could say the cockiness started coming out of me. Because I just felt like, I was the shit. Nobody could fuck with me when it comes to the music. That's just how I felt when I was with Murder Music. Even when I was with Shish Gang, it was nobody was really, as far as for me and from what people told me, it's like nobody's really on the type of level that I was on. I just felt like I didn't get enough exposure. I felt if the exposure would have been there, maybe this would have took off a little further than it has so far. But yeah, Murder Music definitely. Murder Music were the good days. I'll tell you that much.
But man, isn't that what the whole purpose of you joining a label like that, so they can help you get marketing and exposure?
Exactly, it definitely was. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't get that from there. I just felt like with all the artists that were on the label, you couldn't touch everybody at the same time and try to boost everybody at the same time. So even though we were a label, we were a little clique or whatever, everybody was kind of doing their own thing and promoting their own stuff. So I
Yeah.
just feel like maybe it was, on my end, I was slacking a little bit with the promoting. But I mean, was dropping songs every week, every month. There's a project out. I'm just on everybody's project. So I was doing my due diligence, I feel.
Hell yeah. Well, right on. You can't, like you said, grind mode activated. Can't stop once you start. You just building momentum.
Exactly. And then now that I'm with Dirtcore, I've been wanting to work with Crossworm forever. And one day I hit up Mad Max and I'm like, did Johnny block me on Facebook? What's going on? And he hit him up and he's like, no, he didn't block you. He just got a new Facebook, but he wants to know if you want to sign with the label. And I'm like, oh, really? Because I've been wanting to work with him for the longest. His engineering skills are just out of this world. I mean, he took my music to another level that I didn't even think it was possible for me to get to that unless I like signed with a major label, and was dealing with their engineers. But man, he's been in this game for so long. He brought me on and treated me like family instantly. And I love it here. I'm not going nowhere else. I don't care what happens. This is my forever home.
Well, whoop whoop to that. And
Yes,
make
sir.
sure if you're out there, go check out the Underground Nation magazine. The newest issue features Dirtcore
Mm-hmm.
and Samson and Crossworm.
Mm-hmm.
Great article, definitely a good read. Go check it out now. Only $14.99 ships right to your door, motherfucker.
Yes, sir. Go grab that.
Absolutely. No, really, that's what really introduced me to Dirtcore, and I was like, bro, this is a whole other wave.
Oh yeah.
This is a whole other darkness that we just entered.
Yeah, I mean, we got we got some very very talented people on the label. Me, Mad Max, Samson. We got Mum Ra, Rob Grounds. We got Crossworm himself. We got Fable. Fable does like spoken word poetry. But everybody is super dope. And I mean, when it comes to like Samson, Mum Ra, and Mad Max, I've known them for 10 plus years. So, all of them vouch for me for bringing me onto the label. So it's just really dope being around my family.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great that you're in a place now that you're happy.
Yeah, yeah.
But tell me, when was that moment for you when you're like, yeah, I'm built for this. I'm here to stay.
Um, so right after I dropped Torn, I dropped Lyrical Armageddon, and there was a guy that was running a label called Out of This World, and he was doing like weekly 16s. You submit your 16 or whatever, and they'll take and put you up on their page or on their website. And the first one I did, like, knocked it out the park. Everybody loved it. People blowing up my messages like, bro, you're so dope. And then the next week, he didn't even like do like the little contest thing. He just came to me directly and was like, can I get another one? Like, we really need you on here. So that kind of solidified, like, all right, I'm moving in the right direction, because it was like week after week after week, he's running this competition of submit your music, submit your music. And then as soon as I submit, then week after that, it's like, no, we just want you. We need you right now. So yeah, that really gassed me up, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? That would gas me all the way up.
Yeah,
Like, shoot. Can't tell me nothing after that one.
not at all.
If you're loving what you're hearing with Sleep Lyrical, wait until you see what's lurking beneath the surface. Dive deeper into the underground at underground-nation.com, where raw artistry, rising talent, and unfiltered stories collide. Discover exclusive interviews, fresh drops, and the next wave of independent creators making noise around the world. This is where the underground breathes. Underground-nation.com. Get in before the rest catch on.
So as you kind of bring that up, let's talk craft. Your My Brother Said Kill It series has reached its 7th and I believe now final volume, right?
Yep. This is the last one.
It's the last one. How do you keep that fire alive across so many projects without burning out? Creativity.
My brother, literally, he the one that started this whole series. Shout out to my brother Merk. He hit me up one day, and because back in the day, I used to sit around and just freestyle for hours and hours and hours on beats, just sitting in the living room. And he brought that up, and he was like, "Why don't we do a mixtape where it's My Brother Said Kill It?" And I'm like, well, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I'm gonna pick out a bunch of beats for you to rap on, and you rap to them." And literally, the rest is history. So like every installment from 1 to 7, he's picked every beat, whether it's been, already industry beat or it's been a beat that somebody's made. He's picked all the beats for me to rap on. And I don't gas out on it because it's fun to me. It don't take me, not to sound cocky or like I got a big ego or anything. It does not take me long, to do music. The first one I got done in like a week. The second one I got done in like maybe 2 weeks. Fell on some hard times. So the third one took maybe a month. But it doesn't take me long at all to knock these mixtapes out. 15, 16, 17 tracks in like a week. So
what?
Yeah.
Wait, you're not saying just a song in a week. You're saying an album in a week?
Yeah. The whole project done in a week. And
this man is insane. Hold on.
A lot of people can vouch for that, even when I'm doing features for people, you'll get them back within an hour. You pay me for a feature, you get it done in an hour, I'm sending it back to you.
Bro, you're going to have to teach a master class on how the fuck you're doing that. I mean, we would love to see some inside information here. For real, like what you're straight channeling from the universe. Comes right.
Honestly, that's usually what it is, because the majority of the stuff that I've put out, I haven't written. It's just I just go right at it. I got to a point where I just was like, me sitting here writing is taking up too much time. I can get way much more done if I just come off the top of the head with it. So a lot of it, even like the actual records, like Broken Hearts on My Face, like a lot of that is just straight off the top of the head.
Man. So I have a question then. So when you're going off top of the head, right, off the dome piece, freestyle, how do you then reapproach that when you have to do like dubs or if you have to like do layers at some point?
Just listen to it a couple times, pick up the words that I need to pick up, and keep it moving.
I always wondered that. So I was like, bro, how you just dropped so many bars and you have to go back and listen again. Wouldn't that be the same amount of time and effort compared to writing?
Kind of, but not really, because like on my ad libs, I'm only catching like the last word or the last 2 words of each bar. So it's not like so like right now in my recording process, I'm doing like a couple layers. So some songs I do have to write. I have to write them out. But like when I'm doing the mixtape series, I'm just catching the last couple words of each bar just to go ahead and amp it up in the song.
Okay, I gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. That's mad talent, bro. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Whew.
And a lot of people ask me that, and it's like, man, I've been doing this for over 20 years, so it's like, it's like waking up and breathing in the morning to me. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I mean, your sound blends aggression and introspection. How do you balance raw emotion with structure when riding or freestyling?
Um, just a lot of shit that I've been through in my life that I don't talk about that goes right into the music, Mama always telling me you need a therapist, you need to go speak with somebody. Hey, I speak to this microphone. That's who I talk to. So if it's a song that calls for me being aggressive and angry, I just tap into them emotions. If it's a song that calls me to be sad, we doing a sad song or something, tap into that. If we just having fun, I start thinking about the good times I had growing up. So it's all about, for me, tapping into all of that emotion and then just putting it into the song, depending on what type of song we're doing or I'm doing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's amazing to be able to channel that energy. On demand, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Do you have to feel the beat, or if someone's like, $100, bro, here's the beat, do the damn thing right now?
It depends. There's been situations where I've declined features, or producers have reached out to me like, "Hey, can you jump on this?" And I'll listen to it. And if the beat not talking to me, I can't talk back to it. So there has been instances where I'm like, I gotta decline, or if you can, find a different beat, we could definitely do this. Sometimes, it's let me just feel this out and let me see what I can do to it. And it'll come to me eventually. It might not come to me as fast as if, I'm really actually feeling the beat. Because there's been a lot of features I've done where I'm like, man, this beat is super fucking ass and I don't want to rap over this shit. But Buddy already paid me, so let me fucking knock this shit out. But yeah, it really all depends. I'm more so... I have to really, really feel the beat for me to give you 100,000% of Sleep Lyrical.
Do you, by chance, ever produce your own tracks?
And now it's time for a music break, straight from the depths of the underground. Up next is Sleep Lyrical with 16 Bodies, a hauntingly powerful track that hits hard with raw emotion and truth. Turn it up, feel the energy, and let the story unfold. You're tuned in to the Underground Nation podcast with your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, where the underground always rises to the surface.
I got 16 bodies in my pocket, 15's fighting in the trunk like a mosh pit. Fill my body full of whiskey till I'm toxic. Let them demons out, don't stand too close, just sit and watch this. I got 16 bodies in my pocket, 15's fighting in the trunk like a mosh pit. Fill my body up with whiskey till I'm toxic. Let them demons out, don't stand too close, just sit and watch this. Bust your cantaloupe and send you to the merry-go. And if you get sick on this ride, we can't provide no antidote. I'm in the demons and the ghosts, hiding in demons and the ghosts. Walk up and squeeze your mandible, them chunks of teeth gon' damage throat. Now fill up my body with whiskey until I get toxic and ain't no more feeling my legs. Swinging on anyone stuck in this corner with me. When I fall, I be swinging my dreads. I'm not that nigga that's willing to argue with you. I'm the monster up under the bed, waiting for you to get up. Then I'm smoothing up, pull you under and cut off the legs or cut off the head and sever the spine. I'm sipping on red and slowing the time. Never been scared, I hope you prepared. I hook with a snare and pulling the line. Homies aware and smoking the air, but I do not care, I'm throwing the slide. Similar me that can fuck up a bed, get hit with this bitch and be ready to die. I got 16 bodies in my pocket, 15's fighting in the trunk like a mosh pit. Fill my body full of whiskey till I'm toxic. Let them demons out, don't stand too close, just sit and watch this. I got 16 bodies in my pocket, 15's fighting in the trunk like a mosh pit. Fill my body up with whiskey till I'm toxic. Let them demons out, don't stand too close, just sit and watch this. 16 in my pocket with a button on the ass, smack a button on the ass. I tried, no good at it.
Yeah, I got you. Hence why it's sleep lyrical.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you kind of mentioned it earlier. Kind of, sort of. You mentioned kind of being cocky. No one could touch me. I mean, you have those moments. Is the underground scene, it can be competitive.
It can.
But what does staying original mean to you and everyone mostly chasing trends?
Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sorry if I offend anybody with this. I'm tired of seeing these rappers in these masks. Everybody's a killer. Everybody got fucking bodies, and you just sick of, like, bro. Come on, man. You give me something else. You got some more substance in you. You have something else that you can rap about. People might listen to my music and be like, well, he only raps about this. Well, you haven't tapped into everything. If you go through all of my music, you'll see the versatility in my music. I don't only just do like mixtape, shoot 'em up, bang bang music. I got broken hearts on my face, dude. You know, that I've had people message me and comment on videos. Man, you saved my life with this one. If you didn't put this song out, I don't know where I would be today. You know what I'm saying? So I have that versatility. Everybody knows I have that versatility that knows my music. But the thing that gets me is just like, and I understand, you know, I'm in a scene with a lot of horrorcore people. All of y'all are like sounding the same every day that I'm listening to something new that y'all are putting out, and it's like you sound like him and you sound like him, and like give me something different, give me something more. Like I know y'all have something more in you, and it's even artists that I like, you know, but it's like, come on now. It's something different that y'all can do to stand out from the crowd, because all of y'all are starting to sound the same. And that's another reason why I go so hard, because I don't want to be put in that category of, oh, he's just a horrorcore rapper. He's just a hardcore rapper. Nah, Sleep does everything. Sleep will do a country song with you if you want him to. Like, I've done country songs before, so it's like I'm all over the place with it. Yeah.
Hold on, what?
I'm
do I
all
hear
over
this?
the place with it. YouTube, SoundCloud.
You're
You
like,
know, I
look it
wrote.
up,
Yeah, you gotta definitely look it up. But yeah, I just try to stay as versatile as possible, man, and stay out of everybody's way. I don't bother nobody. You know, I'm cool with a lot of people in the underground, but I mainly stay to myself. You know, I try to do my own thing and just let that prosper.
Yeah, I can relate to that statement. Absolutely. If it wasn't for Underground Nation, I would still be in that lane.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey, can't turn down a good opportunity.
No, you're right about that.
You've got a track record of working with names like Twisted Insane, which is fucking dope.
Yeah,
Crossworm, as you mentioned, Mumra.
yeah.
How do you decide who's worthy of jumping on a Sleep Lyrical track?
They can keep up. If you can keep up with me and what I'm saying, my flow, my cadence, the lyrics, then we definitely can knock something out. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mum Rob, both from the East Coast, we both grew up, you know, on like Big Pun and Biggie. So me and Mum Rob, we whenever we on a song, we click like that. You know, the Twisted Insane features, that just I haven't talked to him personally, because some of those features are other people that got both of us on the song, but we mesh so well together on the song. I don't really do a whole bunch of chopper rapping, but for those songs it definitely called for it, and I feel like, you know, we mesh well together on the song.
Wow. For you to say you never talked to the man blows my
Never.
mind. Because you guys sound, like you just said, you guys connected.
Yeah, you would have never thought that, you know, you think.
And I didn't.
Yeah, you would think that we conversate. Nah, I've never talked to him a day in my life, but I respect his craft. I respect him. You know, the main thing that really brought me to him and to his music was King ISO. Me and King ISO got a song together from a little while ago back in the day called Violent Violins, and you know, that kind of tapped me into the whole chopper scene. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, man, it's just, you know, if we mesh well together, you can keep up with my content and I can keep up with your content, and yeah, I'm all in.
Oh yeah, that's good to know. Here you go. The bar, just raise, get your standards up to the bar.
Yes, exactly.
You can have an opportunity.
Exactly.
So then, from your perspective, if you could define the dirtcore sound in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words. Magical. I'll say magical. I'd say aggressive, and I'd say versatile, because we all over the place.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mentioned there's a wider roster of dirtcore, now I'm like, wait a minute. I know a Mad Max. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. I need to go dig deeper, I think.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Man, that magazine was just an introduction, kind of a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're opening my eyes to a lot more.
Yeah, we got a whole slew of great talented artists. I would say a lot of us don't get our just due, but we still kicking and pushing and moving forward.
That's right. Hell yeah. I mean, like you said, you've been doing this for over a decade. How has Sleep Lyrical, the man, evolved from that 2009 artist we all first met?
Um
Need custom merch that makes your brand stand out? Smoke and Barrel Apparel has you covered. From screen printing and embroidery to promo gear for your next event, we bring your vision to life. Trusted by artists, businesses, and creators across the underground nation. Visit smokeandba.com today and gear up with style. Smoke and Barrel Apparel, wear your brand, live your grind. Proud sponsor of the Underground Nation podcast.
I'd say I open up a little bit more to like friends and family. Cause before, like I said, I wouldn't talk to nobody about anything. I'm just gonna go write it down and make a song out of it.
Yeah.
But it's given me is I ain't gonna say like the strength, but it's kind of broken me out of a shell of keeping everything to myself. Let me. I don't have to always put it on song. Let me go talk to somebody, to get this off of my chest. So I would say that's one thing. The next thing that I would say is just my lyrical ability. I've just been sharpening my blade all these years since 2009, and now it just comes to me like that. I could be having the worst day, and if I got to get a song done for the label or for my project, it comes to me like that. So that's something that shows a lot of growth in me. Because again, back in the day, 2009, I wasn't as quick as I am now. So
There you
I'd
go.
say I've grown a lot.
There you go. The knowledge has been increasing.
Yes, sir.
So, was there a point where your family just heard your music? They're like, "Come here, you need a hug. Come here, bring it in, bring it in."
Yeah, my mother, she's finally heard my music for the first time in like, I want to say maybe 2015, 2016. And it was a lot of stuff that I was putting in my music that she was like, why didn't you come to me and talk to me about this stuff? And it's like, I didn't know how to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to feel embarrassed. I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to make you feel a certain type of way. So this is how I got it out and got over it. Now me and my mom have a really good, strong relationship. So that's my go-to at the end of the day. Whenever something's going on, run to mom. Um, my father never really got a chance to hear my music because he passed away, before I really got to show him anything.
My
Um,
condolences.
yeah, but that was my guy right there. Either way, I wouldn't go to him and talk to him with per se that was like emotional things because he was more of like a manly man. We
Yeah,
don't cry, we don't tell nobody about our emotions. But that was still my guy. He would know what something was going on with me and crack a little joke or whatever, try to get me to laugh. So, you know, shit like that.
absolutely. So, with that said, what keeps you pushing forward when most would have given up?
Man, I just love music. It's been in me since I was younger, riding in the back of the 1995 Pathfinder, spitting Biggie verses and singing R&B songs, and my aunt just telling me, "You gonna be a rapper or a singer one day. Watch." Always telling me that when we were riding around. So it's like I just have a love for music. I mean, even if I don't make any money off of any projects or I don't get the recognition that I need to get, I'm always love music. I'm always do music. It's a part of me. Without it, I'm nothing. And I've took 2 years off of music before, and it's like I can't do this. I got to get back to it. I can't just be sitting around. I got shit to say. I have to get it out. So I would just say my passion and my drive for the music itself. It's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful art, and a lot of people take it for granted just to get a paycheck at the end of the day. Kudos to you. You know, pay your bills, take care of your family. But I'm really in this for the music itself.
Absolutely. Many artists struggle with a lot of things that you're saying here, like between vulnerability and toughness. You seem to embrace both.
Yeah.
How do you feel you walk that line?
I grew up in a tough neighborhood. You know, I did shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, but that goes into my music. But then it's also like I can't just sit here and act like I'm not upset or I'm not sad. Or I can't sit here and act like this last relationship didn't hurt me or the previous one didn't hurt me or my parents didn't hurt me. I don't want to harbor that shit inside of me, man, because that shit will fucking kill you, you know? And I didn't know that. I didn't know that, you know, feelings could actually physically hurt you, you know? And I found that out the hard way. And it's like, man, I got to find some way to get this shit out. So it's like, yeah, you know, I'll do the hardcore street shit, the horrorcore. I'll do all of that, but then there's like I have to balance it out with, all right, look, this is how I was feeling yesterday, nigga. I woke up and cried for 2 hours and then got my day started. Like I'm still hurt from the girl back in 1999 that broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? I have to put a balance in between it. I can't just like we were saying, you know, earlier about what makes me original. I have to balance it. I can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Yes, I want to cater to my fans, but I also need to remember I got to cater to myself first, because without me here, none of this music shit is going to happen. You know, you're not going to get no sweet lyrical music. So that's how I have to balance it.
That's right. Absolutely. Mental health.
Exactly.
Woo. Well, I'm glad that you're at least able to notice the signs that are there when you're when you're having kind of an issue, to be able to realize that maybe I should talk to someone.
Yeah.
Before obliterating or doing something crazy.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people need to do. I tell my little brothers that all the time. Y'all going through something, don't go crash out.
Yeah.
Go sit, even if you don't call me
crash.
and talk to me. Don't crash out.
Walk the freak away.
Exactly.
Walk around the block.
Yep. Go for a drive. Go be by yourself for a second and cool off, man, because it ain't worth it. And you know, all my brothers got kids, so it's like y'all gotta think about y'all kids before y'all go do some dumb shit.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, it is.
The kids are the ones that suffer when you make dumb decisions.
Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna make sure all my nieces and nephews is good, you know what I'm saying, to the best of my ability, but y'all have children that y'all need to take care of. So please don't go crash out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You brought up money a little while ago, not doing it for the money, being all about the music, but let's get real for a second. A lot of independent artists in the underground love the art, but struggle with the business side. What's been the hardest lesson for you that you've learned during your journey?
And now, it's time for another music break, brought to you by the underground itself. Up next is Sleep Lyrical with Lost My Mind, a deep, soul-twisting track that captures the chaos, pain, and power of raw expression. Let it take over your thoughts and shake your spirit. You're locked in with the Underground Nation podcast and your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, where real music never sleeps.
I lost my motherfucking mind and I ain't trying to get it back. They keep trying to feed me pills, but I ain't trying to eat no snacks. You got blood, let's see it spill and put your conscience in your lap. Lost my mind and keep it real, don't give a fuck if I come back. I lost my motherfucking mind and I ain't trying to get it back. They keep trying to feed me pills, but I ain't trying to eat no snacks. You got blood, let's see it spill and put your conscience in your lap. Lost my mind and keep it real, don't give a fuck if I come back. I've been chewing on these volumes, drinking rum, trying to suppress the noise. They telling me to strip down to my drawers and let this tech deploy. It's something in the closet peering at me, screaming, let me join. I know we wanna kill for joy, or maybe it's the fill of void. The last thing I remember was me drinking, slowly passing out with Maddox out. I woke up feeling sick in this abandoned house. I'm trying to find a way about this bitch, but ain't no stepping out. At least that's what's been written on the wall. Follow my settle down. I done lost my mind and I don't think I want it back. I got Captain, I got Stammer in my bag. try to wreak some havoc on the innocent and like I lost my motherfucking mind and I ain't trying to get it back. They keep trying to feed me pills, but I ain't trying to eat no snacks. You got blood, let's see it spill and put your conscience in your lap. Lost my mind and keep it real, don't give a fuck if I come back. I lost my motherfucking mind and I ain't trying to get it back. They keep trying to feed me pills, but I ain't trying to eat no snacks. You got blood, let's see it spill and put your conscience in your lap. Lost my mind and keep it real, don't give a fuck if I come back. Every day we been sliding and swinging this iron, but one of us let's go in with a knife. I grab that katana and put up the pipe.
Believing in people. As far as like
promoters. First thing that came to my mind.
Promoters, label heads, you know, promising you tours and we're gonna get you out here and get you on tour and we're gonna pay for this and pay for this and pay for that, and none of that shit comes to light. And then it's, oh, well, we never promised you that. Well, yeah, I got all the messages showing that you was going to do this and you was going to reach out to this big artist to get them on a song with me. And yeah, and I mean, I've only dealt with that, I'd say once. I can't really say I dealt with that with Murder Music. I'm not going to throw the other label under the bus who did that. But yeah, just a lot of fucking smoke and mirrors that never came to light. So I had to exit stage left really quick. Cause it's like, man, you granted, yes, I do this for the passion, but it's like, you know, sometimes it's like, bro, I got bills to pay, you know, and I'm taking a gamble on you, taking a gamble on me, and you not fulfilling your part of the deal, but I'm fulfilling mine. Yeah. Nah, this ain't gonna work. So that's one lesson that I've learned is take everything that, even if you sign to a label and there's a contract, take everything with a grain of salt until you actually see that shit. Yeah. And that's something for like you newer guys that are coming into the game too, man. Don't let these people gas you up just because they your favorite rapper or, you know, you respect they underground label, man, because a lot of these underground labels will fuck you over in a heartbeat and then you'll be sitting there looking stupid. So yes. If you're going to do this shit, you're going to do the independent grind, man. Do this shit on your own. And if you do find somebody trustworthy, I can't even really say trustworthy because I don't really trust nobody. But if you do find somebody that you see is actually putting the work in for you, not, you know, for you, but they're standing behind you and really pushing you forward, man, don't ever, you know, bite that hand. But these other cats, man, be wary of them. Very, very wary of them, because just because they got millions of follows on a page or millions of views on a YouTube video, man, they will still fuck you over in the end. Yeah. I know that firsthand.
They try to squeeze some money out of you, then they're gone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's one thing I love about working with Underground Nation. Everything that we say and we offer, we first put in writing. There's an agreement there. Then we take your money.
Exactly.
I mean, it has to be a plan of it has to be a plan of execution. You know what I'm saying? It has to be an agreement from both sides, so we exactly know what's going to happen. We know what the risk could possibly be, and if those risks present themselves, we know how to pivot.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, a lot of labels have reached out to me and promised me this and this and that. And I understand y'all want me on your label. Y'all trying to strengthen your team. You see how dope I am. You know what I'm saying? Again, not being cocky or anything, but yeah, they, you know, if they see this, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. I get it.
Yeah.
Have you and your team decided to do like a Patreon or some kind of subscription where we could get behind the scenes stuff? If you in the studio, behind the scenes at shows.
It's been talks of it, but I'm not gonna give out too much information on it right now because it's still, you know, the building blocks are still being built. But there's definitely been talks of doing something similar to that.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get cussed out later.
Yeah, I totally get it. But it's been helping a lot of artists that I've been working with being able to take that money and reinvest in the merch, travel, studio time. And it's all being funded by the real record label, which is your fans.
Exactly. So yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. But you know, within, I say, the next year and a half, something will be popping up on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat somewhere, wherever everybody gets their social media news.
Hell yeah. Man.
Yes, sir.
Man, see, that's a cue right there to go like, follow, and subscribe to everywhere
Definitely.
Sleep Lyrical is present, because when that time arrives, you don't want to miss that bus. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely don't.
You want to
Definitely
be
don't.
in line and prepared.
Yes, sir.
So, Sleep Lyrical, overall of your career, what's been your proudest moment as an artist?
Um, I'd say probably performing in front of my mom was like
Oh,
my proudest moment. Yeah, that, and then just a little story real quick. After I performed in front of her, she went back to Delaware from Florida to visit my aunts, and she's in the hair salon getting her hair done. And I guess some girl walked in and was like, "Oh my God, aren't you Sleep Lyrical's mom and aunt?" And they just both looked at each other and called me immediately. Like, this girl's in here saying she knows you and your music, and I'm like, "Oh, that's hella dope." So like that was my proudest moment to like really have my mother witness, like, I'm just not playing around with this. Like, I really do this for real. This isn't just a hobby. This is something that, this is a daily thing that I do. So that probably was my proudest moment.
that's awesome, bro. That is awesome. Just random girl.
Yeah, just randomly, like, first off, how do you know what my mom and my aunt look like? First off,
They saw him at
like,
the
that
show.
just threw me off. Yeah, possibly, but that just threw me all the way off, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm doing something right here. People recognizing my family, okay.
Oh damn. Oh damn. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So I mean, to who you are today, if your younger self could see you now, what do you think you'd say?
What will my younger self say to me?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. That's it. I'm proud of you. I shouldn't be here right now. I just put it that way. So it's like I feel my
Well, you
younger self would be
survived.
like, yeah, I'm proud of you. You made it. You may not be, in the greatest position all the time, but you made it. You still here. You fought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which a lot of that shit would have took a lot of people out or
Yeah.
stopped, and you did it.
Yeah, and it's like, I talk to Max, I talk to Samson, and it's like we are we all are here for a reason because, you know, all the shit that we've been through, all the shit that we've dealt with, man, we shouldn't be here. We should have gave up a long time ago. But we still here and we moving forward and third core is the future right now. So I'll put that out like that.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dirt Core.
Yes, sir.
Been excited. Now I'm even more excited to learn even more. I gotta think, wait a minute. There's more.
There's a lot more.
That's dope, man. So, Sleep Lyrical, to close us out, what's your best advice for every underground artist listening tonight who's still grinding in the dark, waiting for their moment?
Keep grinding. Don't give up. Don't stop. I don't care what you going through. You could feel like that it's about to be the end of the world and you just want to off yourself. Don't do it.
Don't.
Because you'll never know, where you could have gotten. Um, Keep pushing forward, man. Keep practicing on your craft. A lot of people in the underground now, I'd say, are big names because of popularity. Build your fan base up. Get popular with your fan base, but also practice on your craft, man, because you're gonna come in a situation where somebody's gonna ask you to get on a song that's lyrically 10 times, over what you are. And you have to stand on, you got to stand on that and show and prove. So I would say practice on your craft, man. Interact with your fans. Don't let the haters fucking knock you off your pedestal, man, because all of y'all are great in your own right. Just keep moving forward.
Incredible. Very well said.
Yes, sir.
Man, what a conversation. Big salute to Sleep Lyrical for pulling up tonight and dropping some serious wisdom both on the mic and on his journey. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Sleep Lyrical on all streaming and social platforms. Show love to a true underground titan, still raising the bar with every release. And you already know, for everything up and coming in the underground, visit underground-nation.com and subscribe to the Underground Nation podcast on your favorite platform. Leave us a review, take a screenshot, and send it in so you could get a shout out on an upcoming episode. Until next time, I'm your host with the ghost, the Bounce Ball Boogie, reminding you to stay lyrical, stay dangerous, and never sleep on greatness. Thank you, Sleep Lyrical.
No doubt, man. Thank y'all for having me.
That was another killer episode of the Underground Nation podcast with your host, with a ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our guests on all social and streaming platforms, and show your support for the Underground at underground-nation.com, where real music lives, loud and proud. Until next time, keep it raw, keep it heavy, and keep it underground.